going? So it's me, Yoko. For those who don't know me, I'm a Japanese living in Japan who is a huge Trump supporter. And today I'd like to take up the news that Ivanka Trump and her 3 children were harassed by a fellow passenger on a flight out of New York. Did you guys hear about it? If not, I'll link it below, so check it out. My first impression to that was like, wow, that's so American, where the scale of everything is just huge. Apparently this happened because the crazy man saw the daughter of the very, very famous man named Donald Trump, and which means that there's no way that the families of our politicians here will be as famous, like famous enough to be attacked, you know? I thought that famous people had human rights too. Like, I thought that leftists respected the human rights of every person on earth. But maybe not. I don't know, like it doesn't make sense to me. So in this video, I'd like to share what went through my head when I heard the news. So let's compare a little bit with Japan. I kind of know many National Diet members here in Japan, or former National Diet members, and sometimes I have to go pick them up at the airports or train stations for events. And guess what? You guys know me. Like, I am very politically opinionated, so the kind of politicians that I support have strong opinions just as, or even more than Mr. Trump, actually. And the thing is that nobody here harasses the politicians I know in public, unless it's like during a speech outside or something, like some event going on. And nobody even notices them even though they go on TV. Unless they have such a high status, or unless they're in a cabinet or something, they use the regular public transportations like everybody else, like myself. And especially if they come from a long distance, you know. And that surprises me often because they're totally mingled among the regular citizens. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, would you be more careful for me, please? You know, because like sometimes they come all by themselves, even without secretaries. And I'm like, where are your secretaries or bodyguards? Like everybody that you're supposed to be surrounded with. I don't think that the citizens here would like it if politicians here spent their money, which is our tax, on their private transportations, except for the cabinet members who can be in danger on a regular basis, because that will appear as luxury, which is unnecessary. I believe that the National Diet members in Japan can hop on a plane for free, because often they have to go back and forth in a day and stuff. It's so interesting to me though that leftists, especially in America, they usually bash rich people for being rich or having luxury, even if they worked hard for it. And they bash them also for not having the understanding of how non-rich people feel in daily life. To me, it sounds not only that it's contradicting, but also it gives me the impression that they just don't want things that they don't like around, or they want to keep what they don't like out of their sight, which is just selfishness. And the problematic passenger reportedly yelled when he was removed, like, "You're kicking me off for expressing my opinion." So according to the article that I read on The Hill, he has a husband, so I guess that with his logic, when I see people like him on the plane, I can go up to them and express my political opinion and say, like, "Hey dude, why are you on the same plane as me? You know what? I'm against same-sex marriage." Doesn't make sense to me, like, I don't know what to say. And for that, I saw a good thumbed up comment on the article of The Hill, which is, "Sit down, shut up, and go to your destination and mind your own business." That is so right. I'm like, focus on your trip. And another one was interesting too. It said, "Notice how progressive men pick on women and children." That one was interesting because I thought of criminals. I'm sorry to associate that, but it just naturally happened because some criminals target women and children and act like they have power or something. And I'm like, dude, you're freaking weak as hell, like such a coward for picking an easy target, you know what I mean? If you think that you are in power and you are smart or mature or whatever like that, and respect democracy, then don't take things personally. And if you feel like stating your opinion, you have to consider TPO, right? leftists are crazy because they can justify their rule-breaking actions or words only because they think that what they believe is right, you know. That's a criminal mind. They contradict all the time. Like, I don't know how their brain works. Like, I don't know their thought process. People are so brainwashed, like, easily by the media and stuff, and it's so astonishing to me, even though I was one of them before. Even his ideas, like, it's not as extreme as people think, because, like, for example, Japan is surrounded by the sea. Instead of having the wall, we have the sea, and still we get invaded and stuff. So like, we totally understand where he's coming from, you know. So if Mr. Trump is what people think he is, like racist and all, we Japanese are all screwed because we're very harsh in the political field. Like, we're very, like, opinionated. Like, it doesn't matter if you're on the right or the left. And if the target was Chelsea, like Hillary's daughter, instead, leftists would be name-calling not only as a harassment but also like some discrimination or whatever that they can think of, right? Like, let's think of another situation. Like, there might be some people among us Trump supporters that think bad about Chelsea, for example, but I wouldn't personally bash her for being on the side of Hillary and helping her because she's freaking the daughter of Hillary, right? And I wouldn't do that face to face, especially when she's with her children, you know? Just so you know, some Japanese people do say negative things about Mr. Trump, but what's funny is that even those people respect Ivanka for her beauty, successful life, and contribution for her father. I guess it's similar to the case, which is that I watch American YouTubers, and often the female YouTubers that I watch don't like Mr. Trump actually, but I'm not gonna bash them for their opinions, you know? I appreciate what they are as they are, and I accept differences, you know, because that's what make this world an interesting place. And what happens if you can't accept differences? You fall in the idea of dictatorship. So to me, leftists or liberals are the ones that are trying to achieve dictatorship. Like, you ever notice that? Like, they insist that they want diversity in the society, and guess what? They're not going to accept people like us who have different opinions from them. Oh, I can hear some music. Walking contradiction. Yeah, Green Day. Anyway, I just hope that Ivanka and her family or Mr. Trump stay safe. So these are the things that went through my head when I heard the news, and I'm curious to know what you guys thought of, so share that with me in the comment section below. And the last time I forgot, but if you have watched to the end, like right now, let's put the word snake! And before I end this video, I'd like to give a shout out to pennyawfulpress.com for supporting me. The owner's dream is to have many writers create stories for the site and have collections online, and the genre will be science fiction, fantasy, counterfactual history, and so forth. And I'm gonna link it below, so go check it out if you are nice to fellow Trump supporters, okay? So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I don't know, it's just what YouTubers say. But I mean it though, yeah. And also, if you want to support and secure my YouTube life, go visit my Patreon page and click on the titles that you want to get. I'll link it below, so go from there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy that we can share our thoughts like this. And until next time, please take care, okay? And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!